Take me to, like, what's your level of confidence? How proud are you? Because when I think about USC football, I think about what it was becoming before Paul Hackett, and don't even get me started on him. His Paul Hackett.
Don't say that, man. That was terrible. That was a bad era.
Listen, I went to the Raiders game and I had to watch Nathaniel Hackett yesterday, and like, bro, I'm sick of arguing with my friends about Russell Wilson, and I know like what he going through. It's just a series of bad coaches.
You know the history.
Yeah.
You know the history, but I'm not gonna get into all that.
But let's just take it right now with the excitement with Lincoln. I think the offense is ahead of the defense, but what I see is, the defense is they getting turnovers and they getting stops in the right time. So tell me how you feel about USC, and do you feel like they are ready to be in that college football playoff this year?
I'm aligned with everything you said. I think that first of all, you can't get excited over 1 year. They did what they could do in the portal of bringing in the players they could, but there's a lot of work that needed to be done from the administrative side, all the way up from recruiting, from the departments. We had when you're a new coaching staff and you got to rebuild, it's just not the team. They had to come in. Lincoln Riley and his staff have to rebuild the entire department and work its way down to the players. And I can honestly say that what we've seen the last 4 to 5 years isn't USC football. Mm-hmm. The caliber of kids that was coming in, that was getting recruited, that was even going to SC, I don't think a lot of those kids should have been there. There was multiple staffs that was fired, and it was a lot of inconsistencies in our program. And it wasn't, it wasn't what I'm used to seeing. It wasn't what any of the alumni from Marcus Allen, Ronnie Lott, you can go all the way down the line, they'll tell you the same thing. And I think that it's a good start.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy to see them winning, but it's a good start. We are far from where we need to be if we're going to compete in the playoffs and national championships. We've always been good on the outside. Before, when it was student body left and we were physical, we had D linemen and we had O linemen. We got to build up in the trenches if we expect to compete with the Wisconsins, Ohio States, the Michigans, the Alabamas, the Clemsons, the Georgias. The national championship last year, Georgia, Alabama, was won in the trenches.
Yeah.
That front seven from Georgia dominated Alabama up front. And that's how they won that football game. In saying that, we got a lot of work to do. We look good scoring points and doing all that, and you see the high-flying offense, and that's a part of it. But we got to get better on the defensive side in the trenches and on the offensive line for us to compete on a national level.